Honestly, we got plenty of work to do. As a matter of fact, I have been toying around the last couple of days of just shutting it down where we're at and just not taking any new customers. Then I got to go quote a new property. Man, that warranty already ran out. I don't know what y'all talking about. What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean & Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia. Hope you're having a great day. It is a rainy day here. A rainy afternoon, 4:29 in the afternoon to be exact. Got a crazy week, got a lot of work to get done. And it's raining. Been dry as a bone, man. Time to start work. It's raining. So, I'm going to do some warranty work. The warranty's expired. No. My daughter sent me a message saying, "Hey Dad." I walked outside. This was at like 4:05, 4:06. And the sprinklers are running. And I thought, hey, didn't you know they were automatic? Right? Should be watching this video too, by the way. I think I mentioned in the video where I wired up the controller, that controller was a little bit aggravating. Hard to get to the settings, like when you change the button, it don't always change. You go back, and then it'll change. Anyway, that's still no excuse. They're supposed to come on at 4 o'clock in the morning. And so I don't know if when I set the time on it, that I didn't get the AM, PM right on the time, or either when I set the schedule, I didn't get the AM, PM right. So it's not a big deal, but I'm gonna drop by and take care of that. Then I got to go quote a new property. New property in a nice subdivision. In this subdivision, lots are, they're not what you think in subdivision. Not quarter acre, not half acre, not acre, but like 5 acre lots. And I think they got about 3 acres, he said, cleared on his lot. And the person that was doing the lawn care for him can't find help. And just got to where it wasn't being taken care of, and finally the guy was honest with him and told him he just couldn't do it. And supposedly this thing hasn't been touched since I guess the end of last year. I don't know. So he's wanting a price for monthly maintenance. Yeah, I know you're thinking the same thing I am. I said, wait a minute, you don't want it cut but once a month? No, they were cutting it every week or so, week or 10 days. He said, but I want it priced per month. Okay, we can work with that. We can work with that. Lawn, beds, shrubs, everything. He wants it all just together. And so I'm guessing, well, what I'm gonna do is figure out what it'd cost, and I'm gonna figure out how many services, and I'm gonna divide it by 12, because I'm guessing that's what he wants. I think he lives next door to the bank president. The banks that we keep up. And if that's true, he lives 2 doors down from a guy that I bought some trimmer racks from, who used to have a lawn care company up in New York, somewhere up there. Interesting. Anyway, he doesn't do lawn care down here. He does his own lawn, but he doesn't do it as a business anymore. So, just an interesting little fact. I bought 2 Equipment Defender. I bought a set of I bought an Equipment Defender trimmer rack, 3 position, from him for $100 back into last season, I think. That's what's on the newer trailer, the 7x16 with the enclosed wall. The other warranty work is PEX pipe. Elro called me. Y'all remember I did some videos. I redone a couple of Elro's bathrooms. He said, hey man, I got a leak. I said, well, hey, that's what happens when you hire cheap labor, right? Because I did that. I was just helping Elro out. I mean, that wasn't a project, you know, I didn't get paid for it or whatever. They took me out to eat a bunch of times, and you know, I can eat some food, so I kind of got paid. But actually, I don't know if it's something I done or when they put the cabinets in. But it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go by and take a look at that for him. He can shut off the shutoff valve and it doesn't leak, so it's something above the shutoff. I know I put the shutoffs in, but anyway, it's not a big deal. It's not leaking, and as long as it's shut off. But when it's shut off, it don't have hot water. So anyway, I told him, I said, hey man, let me throw my tools in the truck. Got to go to my daughter's house. Got to go quote the property, and I will drop back by your house and see if we can get you fixed up. So that's what we got going on. So I'm gonna take y'all along for the ride. Might be kind of a long video, depends on how much, you know, I'm doing a lot of riding. So when I ride, I like to talk. So I'll show y'all where I messed up at on the sprinkler controller when we get there. All right, so what I had was the time set wrong. I had the zone set for 4 a.m. but I had the AM and PM backwards on the timer, on the controller. So the controller thinks that it is 4:44 a.m. right now. Well, it doesn't now, but you know, I'm still going to have to check something out on that, because only one zone was on and I got them set to run together. Huh. I wonder if it's still running one after the other. That controller is very confusing. Very confusing. My daughter was standing there, and you can see when I'd move it to different places, it didn't switch the display. So anyway, if we have too much trouble with it, we'll just buy a new controller. Y'all hear that? It ain't my money. We'll buy a new one, man. Won't think nothing about it. Easy to spend somebody else's money, ain't it? Easy. Man, I hope it ain't raining like this when I get up here where I'm going. If it is, I'm just gonna have to pull up and take a look from the truck. You know, one of the things that you want to do, we talk about this a lot in business, and it don't matter what kind of business you got. You strike while the iron is hot. Somebody's looking for something, they want something. The majority of Americans are impatient. Imagine that, including me on some things. And there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential here in this community, because I see a lot of landscape that is not necessarily maintained. You know, somebody's done cleared out this lot. See, you couldn't see through there. Yep, that yeah, this dude's straight ahead. Yep, this is it. This dude straight ahead here is the one that was from New York, and I bought. He's got a Wright Standard. It's an old one. He kept one of them when he shut his business down, and but anyway, that's him there. And then of course I know this lady, and here we go. So his front yard, yeah man, his front yard's real small. Yeah, the yard's really not that big, but he does have a lot of weeds growing in it. But I told him, I said, get your grass growing, it'll take care of them weeds. I'm not sure that this is irrigated. Not sure that it's irrigated. And I mean, the beds look like they're in good shape, man, you know, honestly. But Anyway, I don't want to be getting this truck tag and all that up in my stuff. But I need to get out real quick, and I'm gonna jump out real quick and just kind of take a look and see what we got. Obviously got a lot of edge in here, and but that ain't no problem, man. We could get this thing looking good quick, boy. Drop some new straw. Yeah. All right, let me get off here and check this out. All right, funny story. I'm backing out of the guy's yard that I go to quote, and I told you I know the people next door. I may have said this earlier in the video. That lady is the president of the banks that we service. I think I already told you that. Anyway, so I'm pulling out, and this car pulls up to me in the cul-de-sac. So I rolled my window down and said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Where'd you just come out of?" I said, "I just come out of Mr." I'm not gonna say his name. I just come out of Mr. So-and-so's yard. And he said, "Okay." And then I said, "You are so-and-so's husband, right?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." I said, "I know her because I take care of the banks." "Okay." I said, "I was back here giving this gentleman a quote on maintaining his lawn and his landscape." He said, "Well, you got time to pull in over here because we want you to look at something." And so I said, "Yes, sir." Of course, it's raining. I'm soaking wet now, you know. And he said, "Well," so he's got some, they cut out a bunch of hedges, and he's wanting to come back and put some new ones in. When we have our landscape redone, we want you to do it. And he kept saying, "You did it last year, didn't you?" I said, "No, sir. Y'all had somebody that quoted it cheaper than me, and that's who y'all did." I said, "And they did a good job," and they did, man. You know, I rode by and looked at it because I had to go to the neighbor's house, and whoever went and trimmed their stuff, they did a better job trimming than I could have done. I'll admit that. And then did it cheaper, you know. And they did the mulch and all that, but they didn't do very good with the edges on the beds and all. But anyway, they might not have quoted that, you know, I don't know. But I had quoted, I'm pretty sure, redoing the edges, a live edge. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So he anyway, so I go over there and I look at that project and all with him, and so he wants me to give him a price on that. So yeah, it's kind of funny, you know. The way I got the bank was going and quoting her personal home, and then she gave, you know, somebody else got that bid, and then when it come time to do the banks, she reached out to me to see if I would put a quote in. And so anyway, that's how it worked out. All right, so this other property that I went and looked at, I want to give y'all something real quick on that. I don't want to make this a 30-minute video, but I become curious. He had a guy that was doing it that just can't get the help. And this guy that's doing it does, I mean, he cuts the island around here, like, so he does some high-end stuff. And he don't cut just in this county, he cuts in several counties. And he just couldn't get the help that he needed to keep it up and keep doing it. So so I said, well, I thought maybe the lady that manages the bank, the president, is his next door neighbor. Maybe she gave him my name, because I don't know this guy. And so I asked him, I said, well, I got a question, man. I said, I'm curious how you found out about me. And he said, oh, I asked 2 or 3 people, and all of them told me you. That, you know, you do a good job, dependable, yada, yada, yada. Now, I don't know, again, I have no idea. I'm just going by what he told me. I said, oh, okay. But one of them apparently wasn't his neighbor. So when I get over there at the neighbor's house quoting, he said, well, if the guy needs a reference, just tell him to call us. Now, I say that's funny because these are people that didn't hire me to work on their stuff, yet they gonna give me a reference. They gonna, you know, anyway, just, it's comical to me. Anyway, I gotta run down here by Ace Hardware because I need some, I gotta get some clips for this PEX pipe, and I can't go here because they don't carry them. They only carry the irrigation kind that's real flimsy. I already checked here one time. That's where I normally go get stuff, but anyway, I got to go down here and pick this up so I can get to Elro Mows. So anyway, I just want to share all that. I thought all that was kind of comical, and you know, but I got to go to Elro, see if I can get his hopefully get his little plumbing situation fixed for him, and then I got to get home, do a measurement on this property, and send a quote back to the first one I went to, and go ahead and now he sounds like, which I'm not going to take advantage of that, but he sounds like a guy that's just, he said, hey, yeah, you just let me know what it's going to be, bill me once a month, you know, kind of thing. But look, most people cost conscious. You know, most people cost conscious whether you know, regardless of how much money they got. Most people I know. And again, I don't, you know, if you got a Mercedes or if you got a wore out F-150, my price is my price. You know, and that's just the way it's got to be. So anyway, let me get up here and see if they got the cinch clamps that I need. Shark Bite, 1/2 inch PEX clamps, right there. They got theft protected. They need to. $8 for 10 of them. All right, off to Elro's we go. Hi ho, off to Elro we go. All right, we could not help Elro. So anyway, I didn't have the fittings, and everything's closed in town now, so I can't go back to town and get nothing. So we just shut them off, and he'll pick up some fittings tomorrow, and I'll come back, swap them out for him or whatever. But anyway, that concludes my eventful afternoon, if nothing eventful happens in this 4 miles of going home here, and I hope nothing eventful happens. But anyway, appreciate y'all tuning in today, taking the time to watch, supporting the channel, like, comment, subscribe if you hadn't, especially if you watched this far into the video, and subscribe. We are closing in on 1,400. Yeah, amazing. That's about 1,300 more than I ever thought I'd have. So appreciate you if you are subscribed, and my prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you, and that you might see all of your blessings as from him. Hope you have a great day.